Hey guys, welcome back and thank you so much for joining me for today's video. So earlier this week I was on Oxford Street and I popped into the H&M store not expecting to find the most incredible area filled with possibly the most beautiful beauty products I have seen in a long time. I'm sorry by the way if you can hear some crackling because little boy has decided that he really likes to chew the packaging for the new products. I'm sorry if you can, I'm gonna let him go, so I'm sorry if you can hear some crackling going on in the background, but we're just gonna let him carry on chewing because it stops him from climbing all over me. But anyway, so H&M have recently relaunched their beauty range and the products are just really gorgeous and I couldn't resist them purely for the packaging's sake, but I thought I would also buy a few. I got a little bit spendy and go through them with you to let you know what I thought of them. So H&M did have beauty products before, but I never really fancied trying them. I think the only thing that I'd ever tried before was their clear eyebrow gel, and that's purely because it was, I'm sorry if the light keeps changing by the way, it's one of those weird, really cloudy then really sunny days. So I've got the light on, but you know, can't really solve the sunlight issue. But anyway, so I'd only ever tried their clear eyebrow gel before, and purely because it was a bit of a dupe for the Benefit brow gel, and I think it was about $2.99, so I'd used that before, but the packaging never really appealed to me and I just didn't really fancy H&M beauty. I don't know why, I don't know if that's me just being a little bit judgmental, but never really appealed to me before, long story short. So then when I saw the packaging for the new products and the fact that they'd relaunched it, and I've been really liking H&M fashion and homeware recently, I thought I absolutely have to give this a go. And the store itself looked absolutely stunning. It was on the ground floor of the Oxford Circus store, and I'm sure a few of the other stores have got it as well, but it was this whole concession. It looked like a Sephora or something. There was the beautiful mirrors with the spotlights around them, one of those like director chairs that said H&M Beauty on it, and I really wanted one of those chairs, but obviously they went for sale. And the whole presentation of the beauty just looked absolutely gorgeous. So let's have a little look inside the bag at some of the pieces which I bought. Okay, so these two beautiful items are both blushes. We have a cream blusher and a powder blusher, and you guys can probably predict that Dexter, no, we don't chew eyeshadow. He's in a really naughty mood today, aren't you, little boy? So back to the blushes. These two I bought them mostly because they're absolutely beautiful, and the packaging themselves is this gorgeous hexagon shape with a gold outline when you look. Dexter, no! Naughty boy. I'm just gonna get him a toy or something. What can I give you to shred? So the first two things that I picked up are these two blushers. We've got a cream blusher and a powder blusher, and both of them, I'm not going to lie to you, I picked up because of the packaging. From the outside, they're a little bit, I mean, they're quite plasticky, obviously a little bit cheap looking, but when you open them up, that is when these guys get really beautiful. So it's a gorgeous hexagon shape with a gold outline from the gold base, and the same with this one. It's got the black hexagon, and you can see the gold outline here from the gold base. I think it's a little bit of a shame that these don't have mirrors in the lids, but I guess that would just add to the price a little bit. The colours which I picked up are both quite autumnal. We've got some, ow, stop biting my ankle. We've got some brownie pinks. This one is the cream blush, which I tried a little bit on my cheeks earlier, and it did give a really nice consistency, not as intense colour as a few other cream blushes which I tried, but I did find that it wasn't greasy at all, which is fantastic for a budget blusher, and it gave a really good colour payoff. The deep brown powder blush I haven't actually tried yet, but I think this is going to be a gorgeous shade for autumn, so I'll probably do a little tutorial or blog post about this so you can see how it looks in real life. Next in the bag is a few of their powder eyeshadows. I am unashamedly a brown eyeshadow girl. I know it's kind of boring, but I just absolutely love them. And H&M had such an incredible range of browns and neutral eyeshadows, as well as loads of colours as well. So I picked up 3 different browns. The first one is the lightest, and this is called Candied Almond. And I think this is probably going to be my everyday brown eyeshadow. Because it's quite a very soft light brown shade but gives a really good colour payoff, so especially for like the creases, I definitely think I'll be using this one a lot in the coming months. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but this one is the shade Mojave, I don't know, M-O-J-A-V-E, and it's basically quite a light brown, almost with a pinky tint to it, and it's got a little bit of shimmer. I think this will be really nice on those days when I want to have something a little bit more interesting on my eyelids. And then finally, this one is called Shiitake, which Becca, when she picked it up, called it shitake, which just is going to make me laugh every time I open this eyeshadow. But again, it actually reminds me of one of the shades from the Naked 3 palette, and it's a very I'm not really sure how you describe this. It's quite a golden brown, but again, I think this is going to be really lovely for building up a smoky eye in the autumn months. And even though I didn't need any more eyeshadows, I just have so many eyeshadows, and especially brown eyeshadows, I also picked up one of their smoky eye palettes. So this is the Eye Colour palette in Smoky Nudes, and it just has the most incredible selection of brown eyeshadows. This one does have a lid in the mirror, and it was $9.99, so probably the most expensive out of all the bits that I bought, but I think it's incredible value still. So you've got 9 different eyeshadow shades, ranging from this really light one, which would be great for the brow bone, and then you've got some deeper shades which would be great for filling in the crease, or even maybe using with a thin brush for a liner, and then some really lovely shimmery and matte light brown colours. So I think this is an incredibly usable palette, and the packaging again really beautiful, really chic, and this really reminds me, as do the, as do the blushes, really reminds me of Tom Ford packaging. I just think it looks very expensive, even though it kind of feels cheap, it looks expensive, it looks really chic, and I'm gonna absolutely love having this up on my makeup table. Next thing in my bag is the Cashmere Haze Body Wash Gentle Cleanser with Jasmine Flower Extract. It says Gentle Cleanser, but this is a body wash, so don't go putting this on your face. I'm slightly undecided as to whether I like the smell of this or not. I thought a jasmine smell would be a little bit more sweet and floral, but this is quite a, I want to say musky, but I don't think that's the right word to describe it. But basically, it looks prettier than it is, if that makes sense. I really wanted to love this. I love the sound of it, Cashmere Haze Body Wash, but I'm just not blown away by the scent of this. It might be a personal thing, so definitely just go into the store and give them a smell, because they are stunning, and I'm just going to see how much this was, because I'm sure it wasn't too much. I think it might have been $7.99, but I can't tell from the receipt which one it was. But if it was $7.99, then I wouldn't really say it's worth it. I think for that price you can get a lot more luxurious body washes, but maybe it's cheaper, maybe I'm wrong, so definitely check this out in the store. Okay, I've just seen on the bottom that it was $2.99, in which case you can't really go wrong for $2.99 for a body wash, so sorry H&M. So I went a little bit crazy when it came to nail varnishes, and I picked up 4, none of which I needed because I'm pretty sure that I have very similar shades to all of these, but they looked absolutely stunning. They had a fantastic range, loads of really great trend colours, lots of olivey browns and nudes for autumn, and also some very pretty and very wearable pinks. So I picked up 4, starting with, let's see, where does it say the name? This one is Yannickdeer. I'm guessing they're all kind of Swedish names, but this is a very kind of candy pink colour. This is a type of shade which I absolutely love to wear throughout spring, so this will be going to the back of my drawer and definitely coming out in springtime. Okay, this one says Yannickdeer as well, so I'm thinking that's maybe the Swedish word for nail varnish or something. But the previous one that I mentioned was shade 11150, and this one, the brownie one, is shade 501. This is the colour that I'm wearing right now, and I think this is a really lovely one for autumn because it's very neutral but still quite fashionable, if that makes sense. I just absolutely love having brown on my nails. I think it goes with loads of outfits, so this is going to be one of my most worn of the selection, I think. Then we have 11197, nice catchy name, and this is more of a dirty pink. I'd say this is a kind of murky, pastel-y, almost a grey pink, so I think this is going to be really lovely in the springtime, but maybe if we get a little bit more of a late summer, then I might bring this one out a little bit earlier. And then finally 14547, oh, I've just realised it says Utopia on the back, so maybe they all have names. I'm sorry guys, I should have checked this first. Yeah, okay, so this one is Utopia. This one, the third one I mentioned is Sepia. Second one I mentioned is Nutmeg. And the first one I mentioned is Starfish. So not 11157 or whatever, so sorry guys, I should have definitely checked that earlier. But so the final one is an almost olivey green, but with a little bit more grey in it. And I think this is going to be a gorgeous colour for autumn. Really, really pretty shade and very unusual. I'm sure Chanel have something quite similar to this, but I've not seen anything else like this on the high street. And I'm sure they were all $3.99. Let me just check that. Yeah, I think they were all $3.99, so that's cheaper than, pretty sure that's around the same price as like Barry M, and even better shade range in my opinion, so definitely check out the H&M nail varnishes. Then I picked up a Colour Essence eye cream, and as I mentioned in my video which I filmed with Sabrina, which you guys will have seen last week, I picked this up because I kind of was hoping it would be a dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury eye cream. And I have tried this and compared the two, and I have to say the Charlotte Tilbury, it is better, it does look more expensive when it's on, but this applies beautifully. It's a gorgeous colour, and I think if you don't have Charlotte Tilbury budget, this is an amazing alternative. I really, really love this stuff. I've been using it, I've actually been dotting it on my cheeks for highlighter, which I know is not its main use, but it looks lovely for that reason if you blend in with a brush. But it's also gorgeous on the eyelids, so I'm not sure if you can see here, but it's a very pinky gold colour, and that's the kind of thing that I really love in the evenings, especially when it comes to things like New Year's parties or Christmas parties. I think this will be great for using as a base to have a creamy base before you build up a nice shimmering smoky eye, so highly recommend the H&M eye creams. I also picked up one of their Perfectionist finishing powders. I was really impressed that they had 5 shades of these. I think with normal budget highlighters, or powders sorry, they only normally have about 3 shades, so the fact they had 5 I thought was really good. And I've only swatched this, I've not put it on my face yet, but I mean it feels good. I'm not sure it's the best powder. I think with powders you really do get what you pay for, but I'm not going to wipe this one off or strike it off, what's the expression? I'm not going to I don't know. I'm not going to disregard this, that's not what I'm looking for, but we'll go with that. I'm not going to disregard this until I've tried it on my face. I'm just not, I'm really struggling with words today. I'm not convinced by the swatch that I've done on the back of my hand. It feels a little bit drying, and I like to have a bit of a glow even when I do use powder, so check out the blog post because I am going to try all of this stuff before this video goes live, and I'm going to write a review on the blog, so I'll link that down below because hopefully the blog and the video go live on the same day so you can see what I thought of this on my face. And then finally I got some lip products. So firstly we've got a couple of lipsticks. I picked up Peach Fuzz, which is a lovely light pink colour. I thought this was quite a neutral pink, and it's just the kind of shade that I wear as an everyday colour with a nice lip liner. I think this will look gorgeous. I didn't see any lip liners in the store, but maybe I missed them, so I'm probably going to go back and double check, because I think this would look lovely with a lip liner. And then this one's called Kombucha with a K, and again just the packaging is really beautiful. We've got the white and the gold. I think this whole collection probably will sell a million times better because it looks so stunning. But this lipstick is no exception, and it's almost, I'd say it is a coral, but a nice coral for transitioning into autumn because it has got a little bit of brown about it. And I really like the shape of the bullet as well. It's got quite a precise point, so I think it'll be nice to draw quite a defined lip, so you don't need liner if you don't want to. But I've been loving lip liner recently, so I definitely think I'll be trying these with a lip liner. And last but not least, and this is the one which I think I'm most excited about, and I'm wearing it today, it's the Lush Lip Vinyl, and I've got the shade Chic Choc, that's a bit of a tongue twister, Chic Choc, that's really strange, Chic Choc. And I picked this up because I thought it would be a dupe for the Sephora matte lip lusters, if that's what they're called, which last winter after I got back from New York I wore the Fig shade all the time, and this I thought looked very similar, and colour wise it is very similar. The way that it applies is just as lovely, but it's got a bit more shine than the Sephora ones, so I do really like a matte lip, especially, what are you doing? In autumn I really like to have a matte lip, but if you really love this colour and you want something with a little bit of shine to it, then this is absolutely gorgeous. Again, stunning packaging, and the applicator I found really easy to use. It's quite precise, got quite a sharp nib to it, so again really easy to apply on the go. I just found one more thing, so that wasn't the last. I also got a Get a Grip dry hairspray. I just thought this was a fantastic handbag sized hairspray. Again, I'm really sorry, I haven't actually tried this yet, so I can't tell you whether it's good or not, but yeah, as I said, check the blog post down below, plug. But yeah, I always think that handbag sized dry shampoo are amazing because I think that's when you really need them, is when you're out and about. So if this can be a dupe for the Batiste ones, and let's see how much it was. I think $2.99 everyday seasonal. Oh yeah, it has it on the bottle, $2.99, so this is a really good price for a mini dry shampoo, perfect size for the handbag, and yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with dry shampoo, so I'm sure it will be just as good as the usual brands, but again, yeah, check the blog and I'll let you guys know. So that's everything, that's all the bits that I picked up in my H&M haul. I think overall I'm so impressed by this range. I'm so glad that H&M brought this out. I think it's about time a budget brand brought out an absolutely beautiful range. Like, we all love to Instagram our beauty products, or at least I do. So H&M, you've done a really good job at creating a stunning collection. Everything was around the £5 mark, some things $2.99, some things up to $7.99, $9.99, but all incredibly affordable. I was shocked to how much this all came to because, as you can see, I did buy quite a lot, so it was a little bit scary how much I spent, but you guys don't have to go anywhere near as crazy as I did. Just pick up the pieces that you needed. I think overall the things so far I'm most impressed with are the eyeshadows. I think they're absolutely stunning. I think if you're going to buy one thing, the eyeshadow palette, this big one, I think that is just such incredible value. So definitely check the range out if you are near an H&M store. Not sure if it's available online, but I'm sure it will get there. And yeah, as I said, check out my blog post for more pictures, swatches, and some more thorough reviews. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye!